So when I was fired the last time from this show,
Wait,
people say to me, were you okay with that? And my answer is, I was happy.
These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should wake up.
I think she's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10.
All right, folks, this just took a turn no one saw coming. Joy Behar, yes, The View's Joy Behar, just got arrested while allegedly trying to flee the country in a desperate attempt to dodge a $50 million lawsuit. And, let's just say, it did not end well for her. Caught red-handed at the airport, law enforcement shut down her last-ditch effort to escape the legal and financial disaster looming over her. And get this, the entire thing went down in front of stunned onlookers. How did this happen? What insane move led Joy from daytime TV to being in handcuffs? And what's Karoline Leavitt's epic reaction to all of this? Oh, trust me, you do not want to miss this story. But before we dive in, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss a moment of the madness. Did you just subscribe? Awesome. Let's get into it. It all started with a single comment.
Joy objectifying the White House press secretary, saying she only has the job because she's hot.
During yet another heated debate on The View, Joy Behar made the mistake of her life. Instead of debating Karoline Leavitt like an actual professional, she took the lowest road possible, mocking her appearance instead of her qualifications. She actually said this.
I think she's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Excuse me? That's it? That's the best she's got? So, instead of recognizing that Karoline is sharp, experienced, and the youngest White House press secretary in history, Joy Behar resorted to shallow sexist attacks. And boy, oh boy, the backlash was immediate.
Do you want to take this?
So you cannot be attractive and smart? I will try to give Joy the benefit of, oh, thank you. I try to give Joy the benefit of the doubt that she didn't see that briefing. Because if you saw that yesterday on numerous topics, no big binder, I think she might have had a different impression of this young woman who held her own.
I mean, you would have to give her the benefit of the doubt that she did absolutely no research or reading about anything dealing with Karoline Leavitt before she made that remark. Because Karoline Leavitt worked, I mean, she went to St. Anselm College. She worked for WMUR
Ran for
TV.
Congress?
In New Hampshire. She ran for Congress at the age of 25, put on a very good campaign. She lost by 8 or 9 points, but she still put on a good campaign. Then she was the press secretary for the Trump campaign, going on TV literally every day.
Well, heavily pregnant and a new mom.
Pregnant. Yeah, she's a new mother. And then she goes out yesterday and gives and this, again, this is speaking very objectively, because I've watched every press secretary since going back to Marlon Fitzwater. Yeah, I'm that old. And she went out there for her very first briefing at the age of 27 years old, the youngest press secretary ever, and did a terrific job.
Social media erupted. ABC execs panicked. Sponsors started pulling out. Even left-wing commentators were stunned at how hypocritical Joy was being. Isn't The View supposed to support women? Or is it just liberal women they support? And then, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, Karoline Leavitt made her move. Karoline wasted no time clapping back. And, she didn't just call Joy out. She hit her where it hurts. She filed a $50 million defamation lawsuit against Joy Behar, accusing her of making malicious and false statements meant to discredit her professional reputation.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
Now here's where things get even juicier. Legal experts immediately started weighing in, and the consensus: Joy Behar is screwed. One prominent attorney even said, this lawsuit could be one of the most expensive mistakes in television history. If Joy loses this case, and trust me, it's not looking good for her, she could be facing financial ruin. And ABC executives, they were in full panic mode. Emergency meetings, whispered conversations about cutting ties. And then, Joy did something no one expected. So, picture this. Joy Behar, absolutely terrified of what's coming, books a one-way ticket to Italy, her ancestral homeland. Why? because she thinks she can escape the legal mess. But what she didn't realize was that federal authorities were already on her. The moment she tried to board her flight, TSA and law enforcement swarmed her. Boom. Handcuffs. Passengers at the airport were stunned. Some even caught the whole thing on video, and within hours, the footage was everywhere. Social media lost it. Joy Behar just went from The View to a mugshot. Is she really trying to be the next Roman Polanski? So wow. She's finally facing real accountability, and ABC. They had no choice but to act fast.
They likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him. They have shamed him. They have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch this when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed.
Within hours of her arrest, ABC cut all ties. Joy Behar, gone. The View, in shambles. With their longtime co-host now a complete liability, producers scrambled to save face. The question is, can the show even survive this? Because, let's be honest, this isn't their first scandal. First, Carrie Underwood sued them. Then, Elon Musk took legal action. Now, Joy Behar gets arrested. Advertisers are bailing fast. And some insiders say ABC is now reconsidering The View's future entirely. And Karoline Leavitt, she's sitting back, watching it all unfold. And she just dropped a devastating response. When asked about Joy's downfall, Karoline kept it classy but brutal. She said, "This isn't just about me. This is about holding the media accountable. For too long, shows like The View have smeared conservatives without consequences. Now, the tide is turning."
Attacking a woman for her looks or age isn't very progressive. Let's bring in Sky News contributor Kosha Garda. Kosha, particularly that last clip that we played, it was so condescending. The way that she was scolding her as if she was a schoolgirl, suggesting she needed to do her homework. I find it so hypocritical when these so-called, caring, progressive voices just turn so nasty like that.
Yes, and as you mentioned, with conservative women, there's a long list of that, both of Trump's previous press secretaries, females, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Kayleigh McEnany, other figures like his campaign manager the first time, Kellyanne Conway, Sarah Palin very famously had to bear the brunt of a lot of this. So people are used to that. I think in their bubble of the audience that The View speaks to, that's probably kind of what the group think is. So one defense, I guess, is that she was speaking to her audience, but you take it outside of that bubble the way you are right now, and we all can see what it is.
Oof. Even some of Joy's biggest defenders are going silent. Now the question is, what's next? Will Joy Behar actually face jail time? Can The View survive another controversy? Or is this finally the end? Now, I want to hear from you. Did Joy Behar finally get what she deserves? Should The View be cancelled? Will ABC actually fire Whoopi Goldberg next? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and so you don't miss what happens next. Because trust me, this story is far from over.